So let's get into this because this anniversary situation with Kimmi, Scott, and Maurice, Scott already has people talking. Kimmi went on Instagram and made this really long, heartfelt post for Maurice. She was talking about 7 years of marriage, how much they've grown, and how she loves him more today than yesterday. She even mentioned how 7 is the number of completion and perfection, and how this is a sign of maturity and new beginnings. Honestly, it was a really sweet message from Kimmi. But here's where people started side-eyeing Maurice. Didn't post a single thing at first. Fans were waiting and watching like, okay, Kimmi just poured her heart out. Where's your post? Maurice, and y'all, that silence did not go unnoticed. Now, yes, eventually Maurice did get on Instagram. But instead of focusing on his wife and their anniversary, he decided to post about his situation with Martel Holt. He shared pictures and captions basically trying to prove that what he said about his accident was real and not a cover-up. He said things like the severity of the matter gets lost in entertainment value and that people were missing the truth. He even wrote, "No side chick, no lipstick," clearly trying to shut down the rumors that he was with another woman. But honestly, it just looked strange that on his anniversary he was posting more about Martel and defending himself rather than focusing on Kimmi. And this right here is where the fans started dragging him. Because let's be real, Maurice already looked shaky when he was face-to-face with Martel during that sit-down. Martel was laughing in his face and calling him out, and Maurice just sat there struggling to defend himself. Now on his anniversary, instead of shutting everything down and celebrating Kimmi, he's back on Instagram going back and forth with Martel. And y'all, Martel wasted no time jumping in. He reposted comments and memes shading Maurice, with people saying that if anybody's mental health should be questioned, it's Maurice's. That's how messy it got. Martel really leaned into it. And instead of just ignoring him, Maurice gave him exactly what he wanted: attention. And this is why viewers are saying Maurice and Kimmi's marriage doesn't look good. On a day when he should be celebrating his wife, he's out here fighting with Martel online. Kimmi is writing love notes, and Maurice is writing clapbacks. Do y'all see the problem? This is exactly why fans keep saying Maurice doesn't put Kimmi first the way he should. And let's be real, Kimmi deserves more. She's been through health struggles, issues, and still stands by Maurice. Yet on their big day, she doesn't even get a proper anniversary shout-out from him without the drama attached. But, child, it doesn't stop there. Because Maurice Scott is also out here doing the most on social media. Maurice stays in the comment sections of random posts, giving his opinions, dropping jokes, and trying to sound wise. Recently, someone made a post about relationships and respect, and Maurice jumped in, basically saying men can sleep with women but still not wife them up. People immediately dragged him, saying it's nasty and hypocritical for a man to sleep with women he doesn't respect. But Maurice doubled down and said telling men what they shouldn't want isn't the same as telling them what they actually want. And of course, fans lit him up for that, saying he was condoning toxic behavior. Now, let me stop right here because I know y'all are locked in, but it's about to get even messier. So make sure you stick with me and watch this video until the very end, because we have to talk about not only Maurice's social media antics, but also the way this ties back into the bigger picture with the Scotts. Martel Holt and even Arian Curry. You do not want to miss this. When it comes to Maurice and Letitia Scott, fans have always questioned Maurice's comments about women. And this latest situation doesn't help him at all. Some people think he's trying to be funny or clever, but others feel like he just keeps exposing himself and making Letitia look bad in the process. 'Cause every time Maurice talks like this, it brings those old cheating rumors back to the surface. And the timing is wild because his own brother Maurice is out here trying to defend himself against cheating rumors too. So both Scott brothers are giving fans more and more reasons to question them. And let's not forget, while all of this is happening, Martel Holt is sitting back and laughing. He's reposting shady comments, letting the fans drag Maurice, and throwing subliminals online. Martel thrives off this type of mess. He loves when the spotlight is off of him and on someone else. And right now, the Scott brothers are giving him exactly what he wants. And I have to ask y'all, why is Maurice feeding into it? Why is Maurice encouraging the perception that he doesn't respect women? It's like they don't realize how bad they look on and off the show. But here's the thing, Kimmi Scott continues to stand by Maurice no matter what. She made that anniversary post full of love and dedication, but fans are wondering how long she can keep doing this. How long can she keep pouring into a man who doesn't pour into her the same way? That's the big question, and honestly, it's something viewers are watching closely. So that's where things stand right now. Kimmi is showing love, Maurice is fighting Martell, Maurice is being messy in the comments, and Martell is stirring the pot. And trust me, it's only going to get hotter from here. So if you're watching, don't click away yet, because I'm going to break down how this anniversary drama and social media mess could affect not just the Scotts' reputations, okay, but also the storylines moving forward. Stay tuned until the end, because I promise this season is shaping up to be one of the wildest yet. Now here's the part that really gets people fired up, because instead of Maurice shutting all of this down and focusing on Kimmi, he seems more concerned about proving himself right. Fans online are saying that if he spent half as much energy loving on his wife as he does defending himself against Martell, maybe the marriage would look stronger in the public eye. And y'all, that stings, because Kimmi has been nothing but supportive. She stood beside him during her battle with cancer. She defended him during past rumors. And yet when it's time for him to step up, he's busy arguing with Martell Holt on Instagram. That's not the look a husband should be giving, especially on his wedding anniversary. And Martell knows exactly how to keep this going. He doesn't even have to say much, just a repost here, a shady comment there, and Maurice looks like the bad guy. It's almost like Martell is playing chess while Maurice is playing checkers. Maurice tries to come with explanations, long captions, and proof, while Martell sits back, laughs, and lets the fans do the dragging for him. That's the type of petty game Martell thrives in, and Maurice is falling right into it every single time. Meanwhile, Maurice Scott isn't helping the situation either. His comments on social media just keep making things worse. Fans already see him as someone who says disrespectful things about women, and these latest remarks only added fuel to that fire. It makes people question what he's really like behind closed doors with Letitia Scott. Because if he's so comfortable writing things like that publicly, then what kind of conversations are happening privately? And every time Maurice posts something like this, Letitia ends up getting dragged too, because people feel like she's turning a blind eye. And let's not forget, Letitia has already had to defend her marriage against constant rumors about Maurice. She stood in front of cameras, she's gone toe-to-toe with cast members. She's tried to make it clear that her marriage is strong. But Maurice's behavior online always brings those whispers right back. And honestly, it makes viewers feel like he doesn't take her feelings seriously. Even if he thinks he's joking, the impact isn't funny, because the internet never forgets. Kimmi and Letitia are in two different situations, but at the same time, they're both dealing with husbands who are more concerned with their image and their egos than with protecting their wives. Kimmi is watching Maurice fight Martell instead of celebrating her, and Letitia is watching Maurice crack jokes that make her look foolish. And the sad part is, both of these women constantly show loyalty. That loyalty isn't always being matched, and fans are starting to notice the imbalance. So when you put all of this together, it paints a bigger picture of why people are so invested in the Scott storylines. It's not just about one post, one argument, or one shady comment. It's about the repeated pattern of these men not stepping up for their wives in the way they should. That's why fans keep tuning in, because everyone wants to see if Maurice and Maurice will ever truly put their wives first, or if they'll keep letting Martell Holt and social media pull them into drama.